This is one fat boy, and here are my NBA game predictions for April 22nd. Tonight there is 3 games, and I'll be going over these spreads and over-unders for each of them. For Miami at Atlanta, going with Miami minus 1.5. I don't think there's any reason why Miami should lose this game. I mean, with Atlanta having Lou Williams out and possibly Clint Capella, as I think he's still getting evaluated, see if he can play on Friday. Which if he's out, I mean, all of Butler's scoring usually comes from inside or around the paint. So if one of your main scoring options is able to have free reign in the paint, that'll open up everything else if you're Miami. So yeah, we should have an easy win, especially if Capella is out. If he is playing, I might still bet for Miami to win and by more than 2 points too. So overall, I don't see how Miami will lose this. I mean, the only way is like if Atlanta gets hot from three and their home crowds like really just boost them up. But I think Miami has enough veteran leadership where it shouldn't be a problem. And Miami's defense is also really good. So that's why I'm leaning towards an under, because if I'm expecting Miami to win, it's through their defense. And Atlanta has been struggling offensively in this season, well, in this series. So that's why I'll be leaning towards an under of 221.5. For Milwaukee at the Bulls. So I'm kind of flipping and flopping on both the spread and the over-under for this, because with Middleton being out, it's hard to say. It's like, will they just pass the ball to Giannis the entirety of the game, or will Jrue Holiday step up? It's like, who's going to fill that spot that Chris Middleton fills for the Bucks? Which I think will probably just be more passes to Giannis and then more shots for Holiday, as that would be the most logical thing to do. But we'll see what happens during this game. But the reason why I'll be leaning towards Chicago, just in general, is they have their whole team. They know how to play with each other. And then they have kept it close in all the games. Like they won, and then, well, they won in game 2, and they brought it back in game 1. So game 1 and 2 are kind of like inverses of each other, as both teams had large leads and kind of gave them up, but then ended up winning. But I expect Chicago to at least like come out hot in front of your like home fans, and then figure out a way to keep it close and like come away with the win. I'll be going under 222.5, as I think with Milton being out, I think Milwaukee's going to step up their defense, and then all of Milwaukee's games are always close. So that's one way to like keep it with Chicago plus 2.5, and then the Bulls are probably just going to match Milwaukee's scoring. And if Milwaukee's playing good defense, that means Milwaukee's offense is going to struggle, which honestly there's no correlation in that, but that's usually what ends up happening. So that's why I'll lean towards an under 222.5. But honestly, for both of these, you could argue like taking Milwaukee minus 2.5 and also going over 222.5, as Milwaukee can score a lot, and same with the Bulls. But overall, I think this game should just be close in general. For Phoenix at the Pelicans, so I'll be sticking with Phoenix minus 2, even with Booker being out. I think the Suns have shown throughout the season that they can win without the entirety of their starting lineup. It's the next man up. I believe Cameron Johnson will be starting for the Suns. So a little weaker on the bench, but I think with him starting, if he can get going from 3 or just scoring in general, I think the Suns will be looking pretty good. I think the Suns know the adjustments they have to make, and then I think the Pelicans to win. Like last game, they shot 55% from 3, and it was a pretty close game throughout. So pretty much kind of repeat that to an extent, and also the transition defense for the Suns was not great either. So there's a lot of easy baskets for the Pelicans. So with everything going right for the Pelicans and the Suns still had a chance to win, I'd still have to lean towards Phoenix. So that's why I'm taking Phoenix minus 2. I'll be leaning towards over 216, as I think the Suns offense, they're going to be coming at the Pelicans. Like Chris Paul figures something out. I think they're going to have to rely a lot on ball movement. Just who's ever open just has to take the shot and just knock down the open shot. Like there's plenty of shots last game where the Suns were wide open and just laid a brick. So as long as they don't lay as many bricks, I think the Suns should win and have an over. And then the Pelicans, I think they've proven that they can score. Like Ingram can score, McCollum can score. But So that's why we lean towards an over 216. I think it'll be a decently close game, but Suns should pull it out. Thank you for watching, as always. Bet responsibly. Good luck on your bets and enjoy watching these games. And once again, thank you for watching.